Alright, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the Akim out there, spreading this truth like wildfire, in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. Alright, brother's been doing videos on his Bowser Pinto plan, which when you go into it, I got it up right here. You know, Slakia. When you go into it, it's very draconian. Face coverings is criminalized. Face coverings is criminalized. Any type, not just that poo shiesty shit. Obviously that, but other types can be criminalized. Fear is now cause for arrest. Anyone wearing any item that covers most of the face who causes another person to feel afraid can now be arrested regardless of the person's actions. Active duty status of officers is now secret. The public will no longer be able to know if an officer who is found to have engaged in misconduct is still in active duty or not. This is one part I can't see, but I'm gonna get this one. So your papers, Metro Law, the police will now be able to immediately arrest anyone suspected of misconduct while riding the Metro who refuses to show their name and home address. For instance, if a plainclothes officer demanded your address at the Metro, not letting them could now lead to arrest. Gatherings of 2+ people criminalized. Well, when you look into it, it's certain if the officer determines that there's some going on. If he thinks that there's some going on, basically, in that area, and that area has been deemed like unsafe zone or something like that. If he thinks that something's going on, which he could just say he thinks that. So there you have it. But they'll say technically it's not true because of that. But then when you unwrap, then when you figure out that it's just semantics, you find out that it is true because the officer could, because they're playing semantics games, and the officer, he could determine that he could say that he thought there wasn't lawful activity. We not ignorant of Satan's devices over here. Killing car chase suspects now legal. Police can now kill suspects during car chases, a practice that is commonly banned. The police will become the sole decision maker about life and death, regardless of guilt or conscience. Let
and
me see
things
what
like
else
that. It
this brother
says
says.
the scriptures, and I think that's Psalms 94 chapter. They talk about how they frame mischief by a law. You see, and that's exactly what they're doing, framing mischief. You know what? Matter of fact, let me get that one real quick. Yeah, I think it says they.
Okay, and I seen this the one below, the one below that's to the very bottom. Discarding a gun will now become a crime. So if you're not supposed to have a gun, you have a gun, it's already a crime. But if you still holding on to it, you're gonna get shot. But discarding a gun will become a crime. So damned if you do, damned if you don't. But this is basically their short-term solution to crime, you know, which is being basically protested, and rightfully so, as discriminatory. But the eventual plan, just like the solution for immigration, the so-called illegal immigration, is the RFID chip. The solution for crime will also be the RFID chip, because they can then, after the outcry over this plan is too much, they can say, okay, whether it passes or not, they could say, if it doesn't pass because of the outcry, they can introduce a different plan later on that involves the RFID chip. And what they say, my bad, Slakia, what they say is non-discriminatory because everybody got to take the RFID chip. Everybody got to take the C-hip, man. And be that new form of payment in that city, and eventually the whole world. But they could test it out in that city, or another city where a similar plan like this was implemented or was almost implemented. Which the media sort of defended them, defended this plan a little bit. So I could see maybe this plan passing or them sneaking it through. And then there's outcry over it because it's discriminatory. And you look at the wording of it, it's targeted towards Jake, like the brother said, he misframeth mischief by law, man. But so the outcry will be mostly from Jake, and it's already happening. And I could see the solution being somewhere along the lines of, all right, everybody gotta take RFID chip. Everybody in the city. All residents. And this is gonna be a new way to buy and sell in the city, and that's also going to be your form of ID. It's going to have all your biometric information on it, so the cops can ask instead to see your RFID chip, and they're going to push it since everybody's supposed to have it. It's not going to be discriminatory. But we know these devils is going to ask Jake to show their hands more. We know they're going to ask Jake that more. It's just how it is. But under these curses, right? But that will be pushed as a solution, because we know how these devils work. It's order ab chaos and it's problem, reaction, solution. Problem, reaction, solution. And also, I want to show y'all Illuminati card game. Another card. Which this is all predictive programming. And this one is called Sweeping Reforms. Discard all New World Order cards now in play. This requires the action of media groups in the combined power with a combined power of at least 6. These groups may belong to more than one player. This card may be played at any time. Requires media action. And the local media, may be covering it in a slanted way. I'm not too sure. They are sort of, they're trying to defend it, you know, using semantics. But it would be an example of sweeping reforms. Those are draconian laws, man. And also this. Also, I gotta get this. Law and order. Increase the power of all conservative groups by 2. Increase the power of all straight groups by 2. Increase the power of all straight conservative groups by 3. The card replaces any yellow NWO card in play. So this would be an example of that as well. And again, be not ignorant of Satan's devices. Let me get that. Second Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And these devils are planning to what? Come down with great wrath. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. You read that bill that they got, the Bowser Pinto plan. It's nothing but great wrath, and they're using one of our people to do it. Bowser, of course, right? One of our people that sold out. Evites, what appears to be an Evites. Because the elder apostle, he also did a video on this. Elder apostle Orion Love, he did a video on this and said that she, quote unquote, looks kind of masculine. Like they both look kind of masculine. And it's true. They could be trannies. They could be transformers. There you go. There's the word for it. Salakia, YouTube, don't take my video down. You know how they are. Verse 13, when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. So that's exactly what's about to go down, man. These devils about to come down with great wrath, and this is one way that they're aiming at you, Jakes, man. This is one way, and ultimately their solution is gonna be this. Oh, let me get Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And that beast is what? America. That beast is the U.S. He had two horns like a lamb, Democrats, Republicans, and he spake as a dragon. They also had the appearance like a lamb, right? Appeared like a lamb. Two horns like a lamb, also appearing as a lamb. Oh, this is for the good of the people. We trying to stop crime here. But spake as a dragon. His decrees, the decrees were draconian. That's what that means. Verse 16, well, I'm going to go down to verse 16 because this is the eventual goal. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. This is going to be the solution to the permanent solution. To receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. No man might buy or sell. That's going to be required to get into a store. You don't have it. That's going to be required. That's going to be required to buy and sell, man. That's going to be eventually. That's going to be rolled out nationwide, and not just in the city. It may be rolled out in that city, as a solution to crime. But since it says the Bowser Pinto plan not going to work, right? Well, it's probably not. It's just going to increase, the jail population, man, and it's going to be mainly you Jakes. But and also the problem with it, is a lot of Jakes. The reason why a lot of Jakes are protesting is that it's discriminatory. So they're gonna come. I can see them doing this. Come with that solution. Okay. Maybe not right away. Maybe it'll be months before they do. But I could see this eventually being the solution to crime, not just in the city of DC, but nationwide, throughout the whole country eventually. And eventually throughout the whole world. I could see it. And, you're not going to be able to buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. That's going to be the ultimate unrighteous decree right there. You have to get this C-hip in your right hand. Everybody has to get it so we can know who's who, so we can stop crime, so we can stop illegal immigration, so-called, so we can stop all these issues, right, that's been plaguing our country. That's gonna be pushed as the solution. Whether this plan go through or not, but I could see it leading to it. Whether whoever wins the election, it don't matter, because they all in on it, and eventually that RFID chip is, that C-hip. Eventually that C-hip is gonna be implemented, countrywide, because it's not, America is a country, not a nation, and then globally. Once they see how so-called well it works in the states, it'll be implemented worldwide by their governments, because everybody's in on it. All these world governments are in on it. So I could see, and the same with this, I could see these type of laws picking up steam, and then a protest against it. You know, that's the reaction to the problem. Which this is supposed to be a solution to a problem that they created, the crime wave. And but it's just a short-term solution that's going to cause another problem and reaction, which will cause a reaction. And then the solution is going to be brought, man. Okay, let's just chip everybody up. And it'll be required to buy and sell. And that no man might buy or sell, save if he either had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And that's going to be where your currency is going to be located. All that. And yeah, verse 18, here's wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603,6. And that problem, reaction, solution shit is also known as the Hegelian dialects. You know, the thesis, then the antithesis, then the synthesis. They create a solution that so-called solves both problems. Okay, it's not discriminatory. They're gonna say it's not, and it also solves the crime problem. Boom. That's how they're gonna sell it. And like I said, they're not gonna come with this right away. You know, after this plan, if this plan is implemented, the Bowser Pinto plan, if it's implemented over there in DC, they're not gonna come with okay, we got a better solution. Nah, they're gonna have this going on for a while, like for months. You know, I could see how they could, and most likely would go down that way because Esau, he uses something called gradualism. He uses something called gradualism, you know. But at the same time, you know, this devil, you know, he has a short time, you know. So at the same time, it's not going to be that gradual. So I could see them going from this, you know, the Bowser Pinto plan to implementing the MOT to the B. One of the things it says it's going to do is improve police technology and all that. They're probably going to have cameras or biometrics is going to, when you look at the plan, it says that the biometrics is going to be what they use. I could see that them eventually, when they implement the RFID chip, that they're eventually gonna merge all that, you know, with inside your chip. All you gotta do is scan your chip and all that information pop up. Boom, they know, you know, if you committed a robbery, if you committed a murder, they know. So it would be the solution to crime, man. Be the solution to crime. Where the government could be the only ones that commit the crimes and shit. But it'll be their solution, you know, to the so-called crime problem. And then you'll have, and also to the so-called immigration problem. Anyone that doesn't have it, you know, they're gonna be deemed a terrorist, a criminal, just general threat to society, enemy of the state, and they're gonna be taken away, taken out or taken out the picture lest you be of the elect. Well, even some of us is gonna be put to death. But guess what? The dead in Hamashiach is gonna rise first. Shit. It's all good. Verse 15, 1 Thessalonians 4 and 15. For this we say unto you, that by the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the word of Yahushai, we which are alive and remain to the coming of Yahushai shall not prevent them which are asleep. Verse 16. For Yahushai himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump, Salakia, the trump of, which means trumpet, of the Most High Power Yahweh, and the dead in Hamashiach Yahushai shall rise first. So actually the dead in Hamashiach Yahushai shall rise first. Some of us, they gonna put to death. It's just part. It may be some of you brothers a lot to get put to death out here, even some of you sisters. But also a lot of brothers gonna be put in these FEMA camps. Some of you, right? Revelation 2 and 10, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Because eventually it's gonna go it's gonna go countrywide. And after that, global. And they're going to be throwing you in FEMA camps or whatever you have in your country, they're going to be throwing you in that. But Revelation, that's all Revelation 2 and 10. For none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, which is just a certain amount of time. It could be 10 days for some people, but it could also be longer. That's just like a certain allotment of time, doesn't necessarily literally mean 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Oh, verse 11. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. The church is the elect, man. The gatherings of the elect. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death, which is the nukes. But, yeah, man. These devils, they about to come down with great wrath. And it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Whether this Bowser Pinto plan over there in DC passes or not, it's going to get worse before it gets better. But, which is called Save DC or something like that. Supposedly, and Esau does this. he passes laws that are draconian in the name of basically in the name of safety, man. In the name of keeping you people safe, you sheeple safe. He passes a law that that's draconian, like Patriot Act, for example. That's a law that was passed that was draconian in the name of keeping you people safe. So this is another one of those types of laws. But yeah, you can see it leading eventually up to the RFID chip. That will be the identity that you have to show. And the argument will be that it'll apply to anybody that the cops suspect of not having the not having the C hip. I'm saying that this is the eventual solution. Not the solution they're pushing right now, which is the Bowser Pinto plan, but the eventual solution. But yeah, you know what that's leading up to that, and whether that passes or not, the RFID, the C hip is going to be made mandatory. But I'm just showing y'all one way that they could get the ball rolling. Which is probably their plan, cause hold on. Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, except they cause some to fall. Verse 17. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. That's what they do, man. Yeah. Psalm 64 and 2. I'm going to start from 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Verse 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Verse 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. The heart is deep, meaning the lob, their brain, their mind is deep. That's why these conspiracies are so intricate, man. Now, what I'm saying right now, you could say, why are you saying that? They giving them ideas. Now, what I'm saying right now, they probably already thought up before this was even passed. Yeah, let's introduce it like that. They probably already thought it up. That's how we get the ball. We're gonna get the ball rolling over here in this city, and certain others to eventually be able to mandate the sea hill. The elites, they probably already thought it up. With that, I hope this brother was edifying. I mean, yeah, I hope I was edifying, but I hope this video is edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the Akim out there, spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Shalom, stay strong, Ababa Ball, Yasharallah forever. Oh, Ababa Ball, that's Babylon. Abadla, I don't want you. Death to death to these Edomites. Abadla Kawayam, death to these other nations. Abadla Yabim Nawa, death to our enemies. The rest of our enemies being 2/3 of you so-called black people, Latinos, Native Americans, and the Israelite foreigners looking like the other nations that are living here in Babylon the Great. And also, death is also coming to rebellious Israelites scattered to the four corners of the earth who look like the other nations, and also ones who don't look like the other nations, but who live outside Babylon. And, death is coming to y'all because for y'all that ain't gonna repent, death is coming to y'all. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to bring it to all of y'all. For the record, Esau. Alright, Shalom, stay strong, Ababa Ball, Wa Yashrallah. Yashrallah forever. Shalom.